My dear students, welcome to my English class. As this is my very first class with you, let me first introduce myself. Well, I am Samson Hasdak, lecturer in English, Rajshahi College, Rajshahi. And I have put my contact number there, so you may contact me for any case. Well, and I believe all of you are keeping very fine and you are maintaining all the rules regarding health. For example, washing your hands, wearing masks, and using sanitizers. And we are really eagerly waiting when we will meet in the classroom. But at this moment, this is not possible. And I am really very, very grateful to our college authority for arranging this kind of online classes. And in that way, you are getting the flavor of classroom also. So let us continue our class today. And well, I am just sharing my class in my timeline, and hope you are also sharing the class in your own timelines. Well, today we will read a poem, but before that, I just want to review one answer you wrote in your online exam in Google Classroom. I just want to share because there were a few mistakes I noticed. Though this is very in a small font I have brought here, but still this is very familiar to you because you wrote this exam. And see here there is a question on flow chart. And I cannot help telling you just three things. I'm not going to take class on flowchart, but I just want to share few things with you. For example, see, I have highlighted a phrase here. Just see, the street signs are not just in English, but also in Bengali. So in flowchart, you have to start from this point. So you cannot take your answers before that line. Okay, and sometimes I found that there are many students who used some information before that line. For example, I saw some students wrote Bangladeshi restaurants. Okay, so this is in the previous line. So, okay, this information is correct that it also shows the Bangladeshi presence in Brick Lane, but you have to start your answer from the first box. In the first box, we asked street signs written both in English and Bengali. So you cannot write your answer before that point. Okay. So and then I also saw three other answers. They were Altaf Ali Park, then Kobi Nazrul Cultural Center, and then Shahid Minar Monuments. So these three informations are not in this extract. Okay, so you are given an extract and you have to give all the information from that extract. Okay, so those informations are taken from another paragraph which is actually not in this extract which is given in your question paper. So I think you understood what I wanted to say. So my dear students, I believe you will write in a better way from next time, and if I get time, I will explain the process of writing answer on flowchart in detail when we meet in the classroom. Well, so and sorry, there is one more thing, and that is when you write any answer, there should not be any full sentence. Okay, because you have to write short notes here. So you cannot write a full sentence. So you must be aware of these three things. One is you cannot take any information from the information that is kept in first box, and then you cannot write anything which is not in this extract. Though the main passage is a bigger one and we have taken just 2 paragraphs here, so you cannot take any information outside this extract. Okay, so I think you understood this well. So let us go to our today's lesson. And today we will read Unit 10, Lesson 3, Cruelties of Conflict. And today we are going to read the poem, The Charge of the Light Brigade. So I think you understand what is cruelty. Cruelty is the brutality. And you learned a lot in your previous class about conflict. Conflict is a disagreement among groups or individuals. And the poem we are going to read today is The Charge of the Light Brigade by Lord Alfred Tennyson. And this is a narrative poem by Lord Alfred Tennyson. And this is about a true war. Lord Alfred Tennyson wrote this poem on 2nd December 1854. And he published this poem in 9th December 1854. And I told you that this is about a true war, in premier war. The war was against the Russian soldier, and the war of this Light Brigade. Light Brigade is on the side of British, and light means they are not many in the group, and they are not heavily armored. Okay, and brigade, the word brigade means a subunit of an army, and 3 to 6 battalions comprise a brigade, and 2 or more brigade make a division. So I think you now understand what is brigade. And Light Brigade comprises of only 600 soldiers, and this Light Brigade is in the British part, and it was a failed battle. The British failed in this battle, but we salute the members of Light Brigade because of their bravery, and the British people remember them with honor. And to show his honor, Lord Alfred Tennyson wrote this poem. So we will try to understand the whole poem and try to analyze it to have our proper appreciation, because you have to write summary or a theme from a poem. So thinking about these things, we will try to understand each and every line. So now let us go straight to the poem. We will read the lines one by one and try to understand it. My dear students, I think you have already shared this class in your timeline to help your friends to know about this class. Well, let us start reading the poem. So here the very first line is half a league, half a league, half a league onward. So a league is a small portion of distance. Okay, and the Light Brigade is called to go onward. Onward means go forward. All in the valley of death. This is called valley of death. you understand valley. Valley is a plain land between two mountains. So here between two mountains there is a plain land, and earlier when battle took place, and earlier there were face-to-face battles. So this kind of places are selected. Well, so and this is called Valley of Death because many people died in this battle. And here the poet says, rode the 600. So I already mentioned that in that light brigade there were only 600 soldiers. Forward the light brigade, charge for the guns, he said. Who is this he? He is the commander. The commander says, forward the light brigade, charge for the guns. See, the light brigade is a cavalry force who are using just sword in their hand, and they are asked to charge the gunners. Okay, so it is very dangerous to fight against the gunners. With the sword you cannot defeat the gunners. So but still, when you get a command, this is the characteristic or the norm of army, that when you are given a command, you have to follow it. Okay, knowing that you may die, but still the command should be followed. And into the Valley of Death rode the 600. So the 600 soldiers, they went forward because they had to follow the command. Let us read more lines. Forward the light brigade. Was there a man dismayed? So this is a rhetoric question. Was there a man dismayed? A soldier is never afraid. A soldier is always ready to sacrifice his life for his country. A soldier is ready to lay down his life for the betterment of the country. So a soldier is never dismayed. Dismayed means frightened. So was there a man dismayed? No, nobody was dismayed. Nobody was afraid. And then the next line is, not though the soldiers knew someone had blundered. And this was a wrong order, because this light brigade, they had a different job of guarding the plundered armors by the Russians, but they were wrongly commanded to face the whole army on a front battle. So this was a wrong. But when a command is given, it cannot be taken back. And as a soldier, though you know that you are not well prepared to face a whole army by the 600 soldiers, so you must be very, very brave. So this is the nature of this profession. So for that reason, the poet says, not though the soldiers knew someone had blundered. So what is blundered? Blundered means making mistake, making big mistakes. Okay, so mistake may be a grammatical mistake, but blunder is a great mistake. So it was a great mistake. So someone had blundered, but the soldiers had nothing to say. There is not to make reply. So you cannot reply. If you go against the commander, that is not the norm of this profession. So you have to keep quiet, even though this is not a proper command. And they knew that this was a blunder, still they had nothing to say. So whatever said, you have to follow, and you have taken a vow that I will do whatever I am commanded. So this is the practice of a soldier, a true soldier. There is not to reason why. So you cannot argue. You cannot argue with your commander. Okay, so you cannot show any reasons. You cannot argue. there is but to do and die. And look at this phrase, do and die. So you have to fight. Whether you will win or be defeated does not matter. You have to fight. You may die, no problem. So there is but to do and die. Into the valley of death rode the 600. And see, the valley of death, this phrase is again and again repeated. Why? To give more value, to give more importance. Okay, so this is actually a valley of death, because this light brigade will be brutally killed, because they are going to fight against the gunners who are heavily armed. Okay, so then let us go to next slide. Well, I also want to sometimes read some comments. If you have some queries, sometimes you may write it. And here most of you are giving your digital attendance. This is very good. You are here with me. And I believe you will be with me in this class to appreciate this poem very well. Well, so keep commenting, and sometimes I will see and I will certainly read some of your comments. And thank you. Many students already joined here, and I want you to be with me till the end of this class. Well, let us continue. Cannon to right of them. You understand cannon. So through cannon, the cartridge is fired. Okay, gunpowder is fired. So cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them, volleyed and thundered. Do you know what is volleyed? Can anybody tell me what is volleyed? Can anybody comment what is volleyed? Yes, nobody? Okay, Imran Khan said, I will. So please write, what is volleyed? Yes, are you writing? Okay, so keep writing. Okay, while still I see some rolls again and again. Well, so keep writing. Well, so volleyed means throw. Volleyed means throw. And thundered. Thundered means stormed. Like a storm, there was gunshot, and it was just like a storm. And you see that the poet says, cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them, volleyed and thundered. If you remember a Bengali movie where the hero runs, and you see that there are gunpowders in left or right. Okay, it's just like that. These people who are in the these soldiers who are in the light brigade, they are also very, very brave. They are like a hero. Okay, well, and the poet says, stormed at with shot and shell. So what is shell? Shell is a outer covering of bullet. When the bullet is shot, the shell drops down. So when there are so many shots, so there are so many shells as well. Okay, so and see the beauty of the line, stormed at with shot and shell. Boldly they rode and well into the jaws of death. A very beautiful imagery here. So jaws, we people have jaws, or a big whale, he has jaws. So as the small fishes go inside the jaw of a whale, it means they are dead. So it is like that. When the members of this light brigade are going forward to charge for the gunners, they are also entering into the jaws of death. This is jaws of death because they have the guarantee of death, because they have just sword in their hand, and in their opposition they have guns, and they will be killed. Into the mouth of hell, it is also like a hell. You are entering into the mouth of hell, and as we know, in hell there is fire, okay, and nobody wants to go to hell, isn't it? But as there is a command of the commander, so the members have nothing to do but to enter the mouth of hell. So this battlefield is a kind of jaws of death or mouth of hell. And the poet again says, rode the 600. So I think you understand why the poet says again and again, rode the 600. This 600 is a sort of unity, and unity is power. So again and again, the poet repeats this phrase, rode the 600. So whether they die or they survive, it does not matter. They all together face their enemies, okay? And again, this phrase is repeated, rode the 600. Well, yes, some of you are also writing some comments. So here Imran Khan said, sir, what is jaws? And in Bengali he wrote, Kono kichur moddhe. So jaws is actually when you open your mouth, so that is your jaw, okay? And so I already explained this. Well, let us continue. Fleshed all their sabers bear. What is sabers? Sabers means sword, and it flashes. Why? Because of the light on it. When the light falls on the sword, there is a glow of sunlight, and therefore it is called fleshed. Fleshed all their sabers bear. So they bring out their sword to fight against their enemy, fleshed as they turned in air. So you have seen this kind of fight, I believe, in movies, isn't it? That they bring out that sword and turn in the air, and it flashes, okay? And they invite their enemies to fight with them. Well, severing the gunners there. Severing means killing them with their sword. But do you think the opposition, the enemy, kept quiet? Are they statues? They are standing with their guns, not firing. Is it that? No, it is not. They are also firing. But it seems that the poet says this member of the Light Brigade fleshed their sword and killed the gunners. He is actually highlighting them. He is actually trying to show their bravery, but the real truth is they were brutally killed. Charging an army while all the world wondered, and certainly all the world wondered, all the people of the world were surprised to see the bravery of this Light Brigade. And though they did not have much armor except sword, they fought very, very bravely. So all the world wondered, plunged in the battery smoke. Plunged means be submerged in the battery smoke. Everywhere there was battery smoke, the gunpowder, because there was so much shot from their enemy. Right through the line they broke. And in a front battle, the soldiers advance in a line. When you fight against them and when you are able to disperse their line, then you can easily win. I may give you another example. For example, if you are playing football, so the opposition is playing in long pass, or short pass. So you have to understand it very quickly, and you have to play in such a way so that they may not play in their own strategy. Okay, so you should not allow them to work. You should not allow them to follow their strategy. So this is how they broke their line. Okay, they broke their line. Cossack and Russian. So in the opposite side there were Cossack and Russian soldiers, reeled from the saber stroke. So the stroke or the strike of the sword was so severe that they had to flee. The enemy had to flee. So you may think that this is very much overstatement, a hyperbolical statement, but still the poet is trying to show the bravery of the British soldiers who are in the Light Brigade. Shattered and sundered. Okay, shattered means smashed. They smashed the enemy. And sundered. Sundered means they are separated. They cannot come unitedly. So in that way, so these few lines are very, very hyperbolical, or the poet is using overstatement here just to highlight the bravery of the members of Light Brigade. Well, then they rode back. So it seems that they went to fight, they killed the enemies, and they came back. But though they rode back on horseback, but not the 600. Maybe there were just few who survived and they came back, maybe 10 or maybe 15, I don't know, but their number was very small. But the way the poet is saying, it seems that they fought against their enemy, they killed them and rode back. Okay, so and I told you that the poet is trying to highlight the bravery of the Light Brigade. Okay, so and he says that not the 600, cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon behind them, volleyed and thundered, stormed at with shot and shell. See, there are few lines which are repeated, and every repetition means giving emphasis. Every repetition means giving importance. Okay, so and you must remember that when they advanced, there was cannon in front of them, to right of them, to left of them. But when they came back, there was again a cannon right of them, left of them, behind them, in front of them. Okay, so the fight was really not an easy one. So they had to fight keeping in mind that they might be killed. Even when they returned, they might be killed, but still they advanced like hero, and when they came back just like hero, with all their bravery. And there is another very nice line here: stormed at with shot and shell. This is a repetition, and I explained this phrase, shot and shell. While horse and hero fell. So when they were coming back, that time the horse and hero, see the beauty of the phrase, horse and hero both starts with H. Okay, so this is a sort of figurative use of language here. In poems, the poets always use this kind of figurative use of language. So while horse and hero fell, they that had fought so well. So they fought very well. Whether they got the victory or not, whether they were defeated or not, whether they brought any honor for the country or not, that does not matter. They fought very well. That is the most important thing. And we salute the members of this Light Brigade because of their bravery. And the real war took place on 25th October 1854, and the poet wrote this poem just few days later on 2nd December 1854. So just after a few days, and he is actually praising the soldiers who fought so bravely. Okay, and the line, let us repeat the line, they that had fought so well. And this is very, very important, very, very striking line. Okay, came through the jaws of death. So earlier we said they went in the jaws of death, and now they are coming through the jaws of death. So they are coming back from the mouth of hell. So earlier they went in the mouth of hell, now they are coming back from the mouth of hell. All that was left of them, left of 600. See the attitude of the poet. So maybe he does not mention here how many soldiers came back, but he is saying very nicely, he says that all there was left of them, left of 600. Still he is using the word, the phrase 600. Why? Because this phrase 600 means unity. This means power. They all went to fight, though they knew they might be killed, but they had a sort of confidence that yes, when we will go to fight, I am not alone. I have 600, we are 600 in our group. So we have a power, so we can fight against anybody. And though I said that this was a wrong command, they were not at all afraid. They fought, and when just a few soldiers came back, still the poet says all that was left of them, left of 600. When can their glory fade? This is again a rhetoric question. When can their glory fade? Is there a time when their glory will fade? No. When somebody fights for the country, when somebody lays down his life for the betterment of the country, his contribution will never be faded, and people will keep on remembering them. Okay, for example, we don't forget the freedom fighters of our country. Though we know that our freedom fighters did not have much training, they did not have enough armament, yet they fought so well, and finally we got victory. And we know that many people died from our part, but still we remember them, and their glory will never fade. And the poet sings the glory of the members of Light Brigade. Oh, the wild charge they made, So they made a wild charge. Okay, so their attack was wild, and because they were not used to fight a front battle, because they were recruited for some other job, guarding the armaments which the Russian soldiers stole from the Turkish soldiers. So and their duty was that the Russian soldiers should not take away those armaments. Okay, but because of a wrong command, now they are fighting a front battle. But still, as they are soldiers, so I can remember just in cricket, you find a bowler, when he goes to bat, sometimes they may strike six, isn't it? Though he's not a very good batsman, he is a good bowler maybe, okay, but still he strikes six. Why? Because he thinks that I have to fight and I have to bring honor for my country. Though I am not very much adept in this job, but still I have to do it. And the members of this light brigade also did the same kind of thing, because they had to fight. They were given the command, so they have to listen such kind of command, and they fought very well, though many of them were killed, brutally killed. Well, oh, the wild charge they made. So the poet praises the wild charge they made. All the world wondered, and the people of the world were very much surprised to see the bravery of the members of this light brigade. Okay, honor the charge they made. So we salute them, we honor their charge, the charge they made, the sort of fight they fought. Okay, honor the light brigade, noble 600. And even till the last line, the poet repeats that 600, and he shows his tribute to these 600 soldiers who were in the light brigade. And he says, honor the light brigade, noble 600. All of them are noble, all of them are very much honored, and they will be always in the mind of the British people, in the mind of all the people in the world. The whole world will praise them, because they never hesitated to lay down their lives for the betterment of the country, for the honor of the country. So, though this battle was a failure, undecisive battle, but yet, despite the loss of so many lives, the British people always are proud of this, the charge of the Light Brigade. Why? Because they showed the future soldiers how they should fight for the country, how a soldier should love his country. This is a kind of lesson they are giving to the people, giving to all the members of the army. So, so we respect the members of the Light Brigade because of their patriotism, because of their bravery, because of their sacrifice. Okay, and in that way, the poet ends his line by showing his honor. Honor the charge they made, honor the Light Brigade, noble 600. So this is how the poem ends. So, and I earlier told you that this is a narrative poem. He is trying to narrate the way they fought, and and I tried to explain each and every line. Okay, and I believe you have understood this poem very well. And I also told you that you have to write either summary or theme. And to my utter disappointment, I saw some of you wrote summary, and you wrote lines like this, that the poem is by this poet, okay, or the poem highlights these things, okay. So in a summary you cannot write like this, you cannot give any introduction to a summary, okay. So well, if I meet you either online or offline, I will certainly explain the difference of summary and theme, and I hope if you understood this poem very well, you can certainly write a very good summary or a very good theme. So we will do that later, and let me see whether still there are many who are actually with me, and well, so I thank all of you who stayed with me till the last of the class, and hope we will meet again. And we hope not to meet online, because we want to see you. We are very eager to see you in classroom, and when we cannot conduct classes in classroom, we are not happy. And I believe you are also very much eager to come to class. Hope this pandemic situation will not continue for a long time, and we will overcome this pandemic situation. Soon we will meet. So thank you very much for listening to my lecture with rapt attention. So hope we will meet very soon. Thank you once again. Thank you very much.